Hey, I'm Anthony Padilla.
I'm Ian Hecox.
Together we are Smosh.
And you're watching the Wired Autocomplete Interview.
Friendship always wins.
Okay. Where is the old Smosh? Oh, we're right here, baby.
We're right here.
There's a second strip.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Where is the old Smosh house?
That is in Sacramento.
The address leaked. A lot of people started showing up to our house when we were living there. People found it on Google Maps and then labeled it as a place of worship. It doesn't anymore, but I'm sure some of you at home could change that. Make it a place of worship again.
Why is Smosh house blurred?
Whoa!
Because we had many a stalker. Well, not technically stalker.
There was.
Do you remember the one time when we were editing Food Battle and there were like 10 or 20 people like outside and around and about the house and they were ringing the doorbell, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
Yeah.
I remember you went around the house while I was editing and you were closing all the blinds.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of the people that showed up to our house were completely harmless. It was just like a lot of bored teens. And when you're like a teenager growing up in Sacramento and you have a bike, it's like, yeah, why not just go try to say hi to the Smosh boys?
Yeah, it was probably harmless, but
yeah,
also a little scary.
A little scary, a little bit.
When was Smosh's first video? The first video that we uploaded to YouTube was November 19th, 2005, but we didn't know YouTube existed.
Yeah.
At all. It was just uploaded to smosh.com. That was the Power Rangers theme song music video.
And somebody stole our video, put it on YouTube, and that's how we found out about it. So thank you, piracy. When was Smosh the most subscribed? 3 separate times. We were the most subscribed. We got passed up, and then we took it back, and then we got passed up, and then we took it back, and then PewDiePie passed us, and then it was just over from there. Sorry. I thought that was going to be way cooler.
Oh, okay. You know this is going to be a good one.
Oh, no.
Who is Ian Hecox's mom?
Who is Ian Hecox's mom? Little backstory. One of the most popular, recurring, iconic OG characters from the old Smosh days was my mom, who is actually played by my mom. She's not an actor. In fact, she hates acting. We generally have my mom just say the worst things to me.
Call you a dumbass.
Yeah.
Recently, she called you an emaciated cuck.
Yeah, and it's just fun to make my mom curse.
Ian Hecox and Anthony Padilla still friends? With no question mark or anything.
That was a legitimate question for many years. We were friends in the 6th grade and then started this whole Smosh adventure together. We did that for about 12 years, and in that time of becoming friends, then becoming roommates, but also being business partners, it kind of put a strain on our friendship. And for a good while after Anthony left Smosh, we actually weren't friends.
We would communicate, but there was always something that felt a little bit distant about it. But
like little awkies.
Ox. We started reconnecting last year.
Yep.
Hashed it out, learned how to communicate like adults rather than 17-year-olds.
It's pretty dope.
Seems like things are chill.
Yeah. Adult friendships are sweet.
Friendship always wins. Where is Ian Hecox from?
Like Anthony, I'm from Sacramento, California, the 916,
Represent the 916. Can Ian Hecox speak Spanish? What do you think that's
Un
from?
poquito. I mean, people got to know if I'm bilingual. You know, it's very important.
It's because of El Smosh, the Smosh.
Yeah. Our Spanish language dubbed channel. They want to know if I'm the one doing the dubbing. Yeah, I'm not.
The answer is no.
Couldn't be me.
Ian Hecox, Creator Clash.
No! So Creator Clash is a charity influencer boxing match. They get a bunch of creators and they have them box.
Like real hitting.
Yeah, they all trained for months. They got ripped. I attended the second one.
But you did not fight?
You know, I don't really like getting head trauma for clout.
How about this? If this video gets 250,000 likes, Ian will fight.
I won't.
Someone. Ian will.
Okay, I'll fight like a child. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Was Anthony Padilla emo?
Yes. Depending on what your definition of emo is, hair-wise especially, yes.
Yeah.
Aura, energy-wise,
Yeah, I wouldn't
not
say
so
so.
much. I was heavily influenced by emo culture.
There you go. What do Anthony Padilla tattoos mean?
I get that question a lot. Someone yesterday, I was at the airport, this really weird look on their face. They're like, those mean something? I thought about saying, no. But honestly, I know you're looking for an answer, but I feel like it would take a very long time for me to get into. They mean a lot to me, and there's a lot of hidden messages in there that are really just for me. I feel like I'm kind of doing this thing where I give messages to my future self, things that I never want to forget, and things that I hope to continue living with for the rest of my life.
He hit a live, laugh, love in there.
You'll never find it.
Does Anthony Padilla know what corpse looks like?
Yes, Corpse is a faceless musician. Yes, I do know what he looks like. I've interviewed him. He would not want me to say this, but he looks just as cool as people draw him. That's all I'll say.
Oh.
That's all I'll say.
Who plays Anthony Padilla?
So there's this guy.
Mario Lopez.
Yeah, there's this guy named Mario Lopez that I hired to act out my roles sometimes. Actually, it's funny because my mom used to always say that she thought when I was younger that I was going to grow up to look like Mario Lopez.
I mean, I see the resemblance.
What's a famous thing he says?
Saved by the Bell. I don't know.
Let's see if I look like Saved by the Bell.
Whoa. Guys, I think it's Mario Lopez.
All right. How to get on Smosh?
To be like talent on it? I don't know. Be in LA and be funny.
And probably wait for one of the other cast members to die of old age.
So give it, I mean, I
70,
don't know.
80.
Shane's not long for this world, so probably like 5 years.
Smosh Beef and Go. We can't avoid talking about Beef and Go. Beef and Go is the #1 most viewed Smosh video of all time, which is crazy because the video is really mid. Smosh fanfic.
Oh, there's a lot out there. I think there would be less now about us because we're not like floppy-haired emo boys. So like they don't really want to see us make out as much as they used to.
And we won't talk about the milk fanfic. Anyway,
You brought it up again.
Anyway,
You can't mention the milk
we don't
fanfic.
mention the infamous milk fanfic anymore. Smosh Legend of Zelda rap lyrics. So we made a Legend of Zelda rap. Spent a lot of time writing that. Ian played Link. He got his elf ears, and I played the boss, Ganondorf.
That was like our first like big music video. We had like a professional cosplayer make us like
The costumes by
costumes.
hand. We also paid someone to make the beat, the instrumental.
And then we went out to the mountains. Like we like drove like 2 hours to go film.
And it was a
in
2-day
that
shoot,
field.
I think.
Yeah,
right? Smosh, we summoned a demon. So this is our first sketch back, and I'm so proud of it. It was the first video that we fully wrote after deciding that we wanted to buy Smosh back, but we didn't know if our plan to buy Smosh back and start making classic style sketches again was gonna work. I set a date. I was like, next weekend, you're coming back over to my place and we're gonna write our first sketch and we're gonna see if we still click.
If we still have it.
Yeah.
Still got the juice. Whoa. All right. How did Anthony Padilla and Ian Hecox meet?
Aww. So that was in 6th grade. We were doing a science project. I didn't have any friends. So the teacher kind of assigned us to work on something together because I think everyone else had picked someone.
We were the losers. Funny how things just don't change. How old was Anthony Padilla when he started Smosh?
Oh, okay. I can't remember if I was 13 or 14 when I made the first Smosh website. But I do know for a fact I was 14 years old when I made the Smosh logo. I remember looking up what makes a good logo, doing a little fast forward sign, picking my favorite band, Linkin Park, finding their font and putting a little S in between.
Can you like believe that we're still using that ass logo for like this long? We have actually honestly tried to change it. It just doesn't hit like the OG
Nothing
logo.
hits like that logo.
How did Anthony Padilla and Mikey meet?
That's actually very funny. My girlfriend Mikey and I officially met for the first time on a Smosh collab. We were promoting Smosh the movie She and I did not connect at all because I had many a worry on my mind. She actually thought I didn't like her at all. And then 4 years later to the day, we re-met up again at
You're like,
VidCon,
"What's up?"
of all places. Yeah, I was like, what's up, girl?
I'm Smosh guy.
Perfect impression, actually.
Anthony Padilla, Daily Dose of Internet.
I just interviewed Daily Dose of Internet. Many people haven't seen his face. I think that's where most people are seeing what Daily Dose of Internet looks like. I interviewed him on another channel, not related to Smosh. This is a show that I started doing right after I left Smosh.
The first time.
The only time, motherfucker.
Yeah, you're right.
Trying to force me out already?
I
I haven't even been here a month.
It's your first time so far.
Yeah.
What?
Ian Hecox, Lil Toe?
Okay, I was
a
like,
reference?
yeah, it's a video reference. There's a video where I play a mumble rapper. It was a joke on Lil Pump back when he was popping off.
I thought it was literally about your toe.
No, I thought so too. I thought it was about my toe for a second. I was like,
I'm like, do you have a deformed?
is there something wrong with my toes?
We don't talk about Ian's deformed
I mean,
toe.
check WikiFeet. You'll know there.
Ian Hecox, old hair.
I used to have like, it wasn't an actual bowl cut,
No.
but that was the best way to describe what it was.
It looked
sort of.
more like a loaf of bread.
Yeah, a lot of people would call me like breadhead, but people felt like a certain attachment to the bowl hair. Like, do you remember when you cut your hair?
Yeah.
And people are like, he's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Now they cut his hair.
People used to say that Smosh stopped being funny when I cut my hair. And a lot of people on our new videos now are like, it's not the same without Ian's bowl or bread head.
Yeah. You know, that's fine.
Ian Hecox, Madame Tussauds.
We got wax figures of the both of us. It's like me kind of like pushing you out of a stool or something.
Yeah, we wanted it to be like a scene.
Yeah, I think it kind of like toured around some Madame Tussauds, and then it was like radio silence, and we didn't know like where our wax figures went. And then one day, somebody sends me a photo of my wax figure alone with like a VR headset on my face,
Just covering up as much of his face as possible.
and like Anthony is nowhere to be seen. I'm just like, and it's so weird, and that's the last I've seen of it. And I think we have to start a campaign to get our wax figures back. They probably like melted it down and then used that to build like Troye Sivan's wax figure or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Ian Hecox birth chart.
Well, I'm a Sagittarius.
What's your moon landing? I don't know.
My moon.
I don't know what the...
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm just a Saggy.
Boom!
Who says shut up, Smosh?
Smosh.
It's me. So shut up is like an intro card thing that we do.
Almost every single video starts with some dumb soundbite and then it just says, shut up. Like the worst
out.
audio quality
Yeah.
you could ever have.
And it's so funny because like people will ask me to say it.
And it never sounds
And I'm
the same,
like, bro,
right?
it's not going to sound anything like it because it was recorded on like a $10 microphone 17 years ago. So that sound clip will outlive me. Who works at Smosh, people?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Us.
It's interesting to kind of go down, memory lane and think about how it was literally just us in the beginning at my mom's house, just like messing around, making jokes for each other, trying to just make each other laugh. And now there's multiple sound stages and
Got like 35 full-time employees.
yeah,
Like,
lots of really amazing people help make Smosh happen.
and everyone is so funny. Who bought Smosh?
Ooh, there's multiple.
We did!
But there was first Alloy Digital, which became Defy. Then when that company collapsed in 2018, Rhett and Link's Mythical Entertainment purchased in
They
2018.
rescued it.
And we say rescued because that could have went a very different direction. Many different companies were like, let me get that company. Let me buy Smosh. Let me see what I can do to completely dismantle
It was gonna
destroy
be.
it.
It was gonna be ass. Straight up. Like if Mythical didn't get it, I wouldn't have stayed around.
I was gonna say you
Yeah.
wouldn't have stayed, right?
No. Then we bought it back. Who is the Smosh Pit? Yeah, the Smosh Pit was the second channel. It was also a website for a while. So now the Smosh Pit is this really fun, unscripted channel that we have that has our other castmates on it. We do like kind of like this improv show called Try Not to Laugh, where you have a bunch of props and wardrobe, and you try to come out and make the person in the stool laugh, spit out water. It's all sorts of like fun little unscripted shows. Who Smosh now?
Who Smosh now? For the main Smosh channel, we Smosh now. For the Smosh Pit channel, lots of
It's
cool, really funny people.
including us.
And Smosh Games, lots of the same people. Also, they Smosh now.
Playing tabletop games, board games. We just launched a D&D show, so we're in that D&D game. That's right, Critical Role. We're coming for you. We're not coming.
We're not
for
really
you.
coming
We're not.
for you.
You're doing fine.
You have your territory.
We're just do our
We
thing.
will not tread there.
We will not tread.
All right, we made it through the boards.
Yeah, let us know what you thought down below in the comments, and we will see you on a different YouTube video.
Bye.